Yeah, so I would definitely be down for Bane to hit at some point, but my suspicion is for us to get Bane, he needs to show up in something else Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's not crazy, especially, like we've got the Ahsoka show right around the corner, right? They've already done World Between Worlds stuff in there. Ahsoka could meet Bane in the World Between Worlds.
Oh my goodness. I hate you for saying that right now because that's immediately going on the wish list.
Wouldn't be crazy. I think it would be a little hard to do that because I think if they were going to do Bane, they probably want to do Bane in a medium to heavy way. And I think it was the problem that Marvel had with Thanos, right? They introduced Thanos at the end of one movie. I forget which one it was. Guardians, I think. You saw Thanos for the first time after the end of the Guardians. And then they had to change the way that Thanos looked before doing like the actual Thanos movies. And I think they would want to be careful not to introduce Bane too early because you would probably want an actor who could stick around for a while and do things, who could be on Sith holocrons. They kind of want a James Earl Jones, right? Someone who could become a legendary part of Star Wars. And you could have Sith interacting with holocrons of Bane throughout decades of Star Wars future,
Yeah, 100%. And I don't know how deep you've been going in all the newer Star Wars stuff coming out. There's this Lego Star Wars thing that came out fairly recently, and Revan shows up, right? But there are no voice lines for Revan. And in that moment, I had this thought of, I wonder if they're not putting a voice to him because, maybe down the road they want to do a Revan and they don't want to commit a voice to that person just yet.
I mean, a lot of animated stuff has different voices anyway, but I think that's a reasonable that once you decide you're going to do something iconic, that you want to leave room, that you don't create the words are escaping me a little bit, but you don't want to create this kind of pre-existing expectation of what it's going to be like, because then you can miss it. But when there's no context really for what Bane is like on the screen, you have a lot more leeway to play around with that. Right? Think about how much dislike there is for the look of Thrawn in the Ahsoka show because he doesn't look like the Rebels cartoon.
Yes.
Right? That's all it takes. And you can create that kind of dissension. But